Well, okay then. So I see you guys don't really care about information on the Amsoil products and what they have to offer, what they really are about, and what they consist of due to the performance of yesterday's video. I thought you guys may find that stuff interesting and like to know a little bit more about what Amsoil products consist of and why I decided to run them in my truck. So if you do want to know that stuff, definitely go and check out yesterday's video because I break down all the products that I used on my truck and tell you what is in them. Also, don't forget that you can get your truck featured right here on the channel. All you need to do is like the videos, share the videos, be subscribed to the channel, and also follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to click that bell and turn on my post notifications so you know when I upload, just for good measures. What's up guys, welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. We are on a small road trip to go pick up a mantle for a fireplace. That's right, I've been getting chewed up for the last week and a half to make this drive and go get this. So we left work early today. We're on the highway. We topped off the truck with the new 12-valve fuel filter installed. Got the Amsoil injector clean running through the system. My boy is in the back. And the girls, one of you guys had asked me quite a while back now how I fit all the kids in the truck or how it was, were they crammed and stuff like that. So I want to give you a quick shot to show you that we ride 6 deep in this truck. We don't have our oldest boy with us right now, but he usually sits right up front between the 2 of us, and then the 3 little ones sit in the back. So we make do. We can get everybody in here. It's just obviously not the most comfortable. Obviously, we would like to get a full 4-door truck, but that's just not in the cards at the moment. That will happen at some point though. But it can be done. We can get them all in here. For now, we're gonna continue hitting this highway, get to our destination, get this mantle, and get home, and then we will talk about what we see for numbers with fuel mileage after the 12-valve filter install on the truck and the Amsoil injector clean. Reached our destination, got the mantle all loaded up. Right now I am just focused on trying to get back, racing some time. I want to get back early enough to hopefully be able to spend some time in the garage and do some other things rather than spend my night on the road. But the guy we got this mantle from had the most beautiful big cast fireplace. This thing was probably 800 to 1,000 pounds and it was in mint condition. I think we might be making a trip back out here to pick that up at some point when he decides he wants to sell it. He's a little on the fence right now, but I said, listen, I'm interested. So I planted the bug and he looked like he was thinking when we were taking off from there. So when he comes around and decides to sell this sucker, my butt is driving back out here to load it up in the back of the Cummins and we're gonna haul that freaking thing home.
Start screaming.
We are back to the house. You can tell it's dark out. We got the LED light on above us just so you can see me talk real quick. I stopped at the fuel station on the way through, re-topped off the truck with fuel, and we put on a total of 122.5 miles. The truck took 6.3 gallons to top it off, and that, my friends, equates to 19.4 miles per gallon on our little trip that we just took. So that's freaking good to know. We're running the Amsoil diesel injector clean in the truck currently, and we got the new 12 valve fuel filter head installed and deleted our stock fuel filter housing that came on these 01 24 valve Cummins trucks. And, well, we got another 1.5 mile per gallon out of this old girl. I don't know if that's a fluke or what. We did do mostly highway driving. It was basically 55 or above for the speed limit for the majority of the trip. So that might play a little factor in getting us that extra mile per gallon compared to the 18 miles per gallon we were getting back, what, like a month and a half, 2 months ago, I think is when we did the last fuel mileage video with this truck. But I'm certainly not going to complain about that. 19.4 miles per gallon. I still think there is room for improvement. I think we can tighten that up a little bit and get a little bit of a higher number out of it, especially once we get these boost leaks and stuff taken care of and we're not losing air out of the air side of things and we're getting all that boost from the turbo. We're going to change that setup a little bit too, so that hopefully will help us out by pushing more air to help that fuel burn more efficiently. So that is where I'm at right now. That is what the truck is doing as far as fuel mile numbers go. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say on that topic. Let me know what you guys think. What are your opinions on us gaining an extra 1.4 mile per gallon with the Amsoil diesel injector clean and this new 12 valve fuel filter conversion done on the truck? The current diesel price right now in New York at most of the fueling stations in my area is about $3.25 to $3.30 per gallon. But I do go to usually one spot. I hit up the Fast Track stations because I am a member there. So I get 10 cents off per gallon any day of the week. So I'm typically getting it for like $3.15 to $3.20-ish a gallon. Just wanted to throw that tidbit of information in the video. Keep in mind also that we are running the new Amsoil heavy duty diesel oil 540 weight in the truck currently right now. So I would like to think that that may have contributed a little bit to our better performance as well, helping the engine to run a little bit more efficient. So we're gonna say so. Yes, we're gonna say that it did most definitely over the Shell Rotella. Good old Amsoil products definitely giving us a little bit of a bump in the fuel mileage. But while I got you guys and I am here in the garage, here are the plans for the weekend. I am going to try and get the auxiliary reverse lights all mounted in the truck, see if I can't get those hooked up and get those functional. So that is something that we are going to work on. Saturday is supposed to be a day more or less filled with rain, so I don't think the weather is looking all that great. But that being said, the status of the garage is basically almost done. I don't have too much more left to do out here. I do have just a lot of little things laying around, but it won't take me long to find homes for all that and finish getting this place tidied up enough to where I can squeeze the truck in here. Worst case scenario, I will at least be able to squeeze the rear end of the truck right here into this area so that I am at least undercover, not getting rained on, and we'll be able to work on those lights tomorrow one way or another. But by the end of this weekend, we should definitely be able to fit the whole truck in here with the door closed and be good to go for this winter season and doing work on that thing. Aside from the lighting things that we have coming in and that we will be doing to the truck, I also have one other major thing. I don't know if it's a major thing, but I say it's a major thing because it's driving me nuts and it has to be corrected. But one other thing on my to-do list here that needs to get taken care of as soon as possible, and that is the truck having some hard starts. I don't think that it's fuel related, but then again, it could be. Maybe the fuel system is bleeding off once the truck is warmed up and we shut it down and it sits there for a little bit and then I go to restart it. That's when I experience these hard starts. If it's first thing in the morning, she fires right up, or if it's sat long enough, it fires right up like normal. But I don't know if I can say comfortably that I think it has something to do with the fuel system 100%. Maybe we have bad O-ring on a connector tube or an injector body, or our fuel return somehow wiggled itself loose, or something up there underneath the hood dealing with the fuel system is causing this issue. We are going to check all the fuel lines and everything and just tighten them, check them. If I have to pull the valve cover and start pulling fuel lines off so that I can get to the injectors and check the O-rings in there on the connector tubes, then that's what I have to do. I want to start simple first and try to check off all the simple things, and then we'll go in that direction if we have to. But I feel like these hard starts might be due to something else. Perhaps the cam position sensor, or maybe it's the boost leaks and the air side of things. Maybe it's just a combination of everything. I don't know. So we have some investigating to do and some digging to do. I could be 100% wrong in general, because you guys know that this is my first Cummins truck and I am still learning as I go and learning how to troubleshoot these things when a problem arises like this. So let me know what you guys think, and if you have any areas that I should check and look, I would greatly appreciate that advice so that I can look at it and check it out, and definitely make a video on that stuff as we try and track down the reason that the truck is having hard starts once it's warmed up and we shut it down for a little bit, then try to restart it. But it does drive me nuts. The thing will crank for like 5 or 6 seconds after we get it warmed up and turn it off, and if I go to jump back in it, like say 30 minutes to an hour or a little over an hour after I shut it down, if we go and jump back in it and try to crank it up, it will crank for a good 5-6 seconds before it wants to take off and go. And it's weird because it will crank, and then you can almost hear it start to speed up like it's gaining momentum, and she fires right off. So hopefully that little bit of information will ring a bell in someone's head. Hopefully one of you guys has experienced something like that, and you will be able to kind of point me in a direction of some place to look to see if we can't get that resolved and take care of it, because I am used to my old girl just boom firing up, and I gotta say, this is stressing me out. I'm going to cut this video off here though. I don't know how long it is, if it's short or what. I feel like you guys probably want a short video and don't want to just hear me flapping my gums all the time. So we're going to wrap it up here. Just a quick little fuel mileage update video for you on our little trip out to pick up this fireplace mantle for the wife. She's been bugging me to get this thing, and I've been putting it off. So today was the day that we went and got it, and I thought to myself, what better day to make a fuel mileage update video after the fresh oil change, the Amsoil product, the new 12 valve fuel filter conversion on the 24 valve Cummins. What better day than today to make that video? Don't forget that we have links to all tools and parts that I use on the truck and here at the garage down in the video description. We got contact information from my man Adrian if you have any questions about Amsoil products or you want to place an order for yourself. And also, do not forget that we are going to start featuring your guys' trucks right here on the channel. All you need to do to get that featured spot here on the channel is like the videos, share the videos, be subscribed to the channel, and follow me on Instagram, and to submit your truck and a description of everything you have done, anything you want to say about it to share with the community here on the channel. To submit that to me, you're just going to DM me on Instagram with the photos and everything you want to say, and we will make sure that your ride gets here on the channel so everyone can see it. That's just how we're going to run it for the time being, so that we can start incorporating your rides onto the channel and getting that going, but we'll probably change that up and come up with a better plan for that in a little bit. I just need a little bit more time to think about it. Still currently working on some merch stuff and merch design, waiting for that design to come back to me so I can see what it looks like and finish hammering out those details. So stay tuned for that. We will have some merch stuff coming your way here soon, so I hope you guys are prepared for that. I think you might like my direction and where I'm going with it, so hopefully you do. But that is it. I am done. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for me on your way out. If you just found the channel, you're stopping in for the first time, hit that subscribe button, join the family, get your truck featured here on the channel, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Peace.